All Moscow talks of nothing but war. Well, I don't know why it changed now. Oh, she went on reading. All Moscow talks of nothing but war. One of my two brothers is already abroad. The other is with the guards, who are starting on their march to the frontier. Our dear emperor has left Petersburg, and it is thought intends to expose his precious person to the chances of war. God grant that the Corsican monster who is destroying... Corsican means French, kind of like French pirate. Corsican. It's a French. We talk about Napoleon. God grant that the Corsican, talk about Napoleon, monster, Corsican monster is talking about Napoleon, who is destroying the peace in Europe, may be overthrown by the angel whom it is has pleased the Almighty in his goodness to give us. Her two brothers one went abroad, the other went to the guard.
One went to already abroad.
Yeah, the other...
The abroad means...
outside of Russia.
Outside Russia.
The other went to the guards who are starting to march in the frontier. They're starting to march already. They're on the border of Russia already, the guards.
Starting on their march to the...
Border
of
to Russia.
Where?
What you think? They're gonna fight with the French. So where do you think they're going? To their border. Okay? They go to the border first.
What is the border? What does frontier mean?
Border is like you have a map. You have a map of Russia, right?
Yeah.
The outside stuff is called a border.
Oh, outside is that border.
The line of the map of that line is called the border.
This is a frontier means border.
Yeah.
The march to the border. Which border is to the France?
Yeah, the border between Russia and France. They're going to that border. They're not next to each other, but the closest. You march closest to that side.
Okay, our dear emperor has left
Petersburg.
and it is thought
intends to expose his precious person to the chances of war. So why would the emperor leave Petersburg? And she's thinking that he will expose his precious person to the chance he might die. Essentially, that's what he's saying. If he left Petersburg, he wants to be in the war, then he's going to expose himself to the chances of war. That is, chances means like random. Anything can happen in a war, chances. So why does he want to put yourself in that location?
So his precious person means our emperor is very
precious,
precious person, and she exposed himself to the chance of war.
Yes. God grant that the Corsican monster,
Napoleon,
who is destroying the peace in Europe, may be overthrown.
Overthrown by the
angel. Who is the angel?
Angel means...
in this case, with the emperor.
It's the emperor. Who may be overthrown by the angel. Whom
it has pleased the Almighty. This angel who God is happy with. Pleased the Almighty.
Almighty, what does it mean?
God is Almighty. Almighty has a lot of power. Almighty means all powerful.
All power. So our emperor has pleased the God.
Yeah.
And who can overthrow the Napoleon?
Yes. Yeah.
Overthrow means...
over, you know what over means?
Overthrown.
Throw, you throw, you know.
Throw some paper.
Overthrow, yeah. In his goodness, to give us a sovereign, to give us a
Peaceful.
King. No, to give us a king, I don't know.
In his sorrow, his means the God.
Yeah.
That's God's goodness. The God will give us as sovereign.
Sovereign means just king here.
The king, okay.
Yeah. To say nothing of my brothers, this war has deprived me of one of the associations nearest to my heart. So forget about her brothers, to say nothing of my brothers. This war has deprived me, taken me out from me. Deprived, don't let me have. One of the associations nearest to my heart.
Is?
I mean young Nicholas Rostov.
Oh.
Damn this Julie, who is, with his enthusiasm, could not bear to remain inactive and has left the university to join the army. So Nicholas, who with his enthusiasm,
warm-hearted?
No, enthusiasm is not warm-hearted.
Just very...
excitement for something.
Excitement.
For something.
Could
not bear to remain inactive. Could not bear.
Cannot stand.
To remain inactive.
To keep inactive.
Right, and has left the university to join the army.
Oh, yeah.
I will confess to you, my dear Mary, that in spite of his extreme youth, his dispatcher for the army was a great grief to me. So she said that he has to go.
I will confess to you. I will tell you.
Yeah.
Tell you.
Yeah, Mary.
Is
that in spite of his extreme youth,
very, very young.
his dispatcher for the army was a great grief.
The departure, go
His
to the
leaving
army.
to the army was a great grief.
Leaving? No, go to the army.
Yeah, no, his departure, he's leaving for the army, okay? He's leaving for the
his
army.
leaving for the army was a great
Grief to me.
me.
So the question is, what about the youth? Why despite the youth? Why does he say that? Can you
It's
go back one, please?
Grief to me means
In spite of his extreme youth, I want you to make sure you understand, why did she say in spite of his extreme
because
youth?
he's very young.
So what?
So he had the power, had the brave to go to the army,
No,
which makes me more brave.
No. She said even though he's very young,
Yeah.
she's sad.
Yeah.
So that means that he's old. If he's older, that means that she should not be as sad if she's very young. Why? Because he's gonna return, right? And he'll be older and he can return. But he's saying even though he's very young, his leaving the army still makes me sad. That's what she's saying.
Even though he's young, he
Very
go to
young,
the army.
extreme youth.
Oh.
So she said, even though you're very young, because you went to the army, I'm still sad. So why does she say that? That's my question. What's her logic there?
The old people go to the army, make people feel
very sad.
Yeah,
actually.
you will die, probably die because you are old.
But you're extremely.
You're extremely young. You go to the army, make me feel still sad. No. A great grief, not grief is what does it mean? Sad. Grief is sad.
Grief. Yeah, sad.
Means maybe she love him.
Yes.
I think maybe she kind of like him. Don't want to him go there.
Yeah, but that's just then she doesn't have to say in spite of his usefulness.
I don't understand.
Because she's saying, young people forget about going to the army.
Okay.
Young people, they go somewhere else.
Yeah, they maybe
It's no big deal
abroad.
because they may go abroad. It's no big deal because they will come back.
Okay.
And when they come back, I still can marry him or whatever I want to do.
Oh yeah.
If he's very young, it doesn't matter. You can go. Go ahead. Go. Because when you come back, I still can marry you.
Okay.
So she's saying, even though he's very young, his going away, it still makes me sad. That's what she's saying.
I still don't want to him go away.
Yes, correct. Even though he's very young. Yeah.